So, we finally reached part 1 of the final installment in the Saw franchise. How does this one hold up over the first 2 movies? Let's find out. Saw 3. So Saw 3 is the final chapter of the first half of the Saw franchise. Basically, it's the best half of the Saw franchise, but I digress because I do like the other movies as well. But the first 3 ones are the great ones. Well, then Saw 5 came out. And then Saw 6. But anyways, so the story of Saw 3 revolves around a man named Jeff, whose son was killed when he got hit by a car, basically. And Jeff hasn't been able to let go of his past, so Jigsaw puts him through a series of tests to let go of that painful past, as well as put to rest the vengeance he has had on the man that's killed him over the years. He also orders Amanda to kidnap Jeff's wife, Lynn, to keep him alive long enough so he can put him through one final test before, of course, Jigsaw actually dies. This movie is quite possibly the most not painful, well, kind of is, mentally and physically, for the reasons he has to do what he has to do, especially when it comes to burning some stuff from his past, which was kind of painful for me to watch as well, because I kind of like stuffed animals. I still do even though I'm older now, and see them getting burned up like that, it's kind of fucked up, especially for kids. But I got the message, I got the point, but not something I would do. You know what I mean? Not something I could do. But yeah, I love how they have everybody that served as either a jury to the man who actually hit his son in this movie, because he is the link to whether they will live or die. Okay, you got some lady that was there with them. You got the judge dude in here, and then of course you got the guy who hit him. And the guy who hit him has it bad. Okay, he has probably the best trap in the movie, but there are a few other scenes that I kind of like. But yeah, you also get this little bit more of backstory into Jigsaw and Amanda's past, and their past gets a little bit more interesting as it goes along, as well as you get to see what led up to the first and second movies respectively. So that's a good thing. They tied the first 2 movies in there, and then we also have the final lead up to the third movie, basically, which was interesting to see and interesting to look at. And the acting in this movie is pretty decent so far. You don't have many noticeable actors in here anymore. You got Donnie Wahlberg returning, but he doesn't say or do a lot. But he continues to look for his son, as well as that SWAT officer dude. He comes back, like I said before. I think he comes back one more time in this franchise. I think it's in Saw 4, if I'm not mistaken. And then that lady cop from the second movie as well, that seemingly had a little thing for Donnie Wahlberg. But anyway, yeah, those 3 comes back, so that's pretty good. As well as a cameo by the first 2 guys in the first movie, even though they don't say anything, but you do see them in there. So I was like, oh, that's cool. They got them all to come in and wrap this whole first half up. And overall, though, I'm gonna give Saw 3 an A-. It's a great first ending, but it's not the best ending, if you will. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I kind of like how things wrap up later on, which I will get to. So let me know what you guys think about Saw 3 down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And I'll see you guys in the next one.